All right, a quick update on Velo. So Velodrome's looking good here. It's holding up inside of our green box here. It's holding right below the 786 here. And ultimately, it looks good. We're still inside this pattern here. We've been kind of adjusting this as we go. So this candle here is outside of it. So we could, in fact, maybe start going here. Or we could simply just pull this line up and just kind of adjust our uptrend here on this channel, falling wedge, whatever you want to call this pattern here. We could in fact do that there and just kind of ignore some of the wicks. But ultimately, we've been pointing this out after this very strong move up. Volume here is going to zero, and we're inside this pattern here. So if we hold this green box, we hold over the 618 at 14. That may be all she wrote, because if you notice, we do have this wick here, and then these candles are up here holding support. And if we go down to the smaller time frames, of course, this is where you can start to see that potentially we may end up making a higher low here off of this 14.5 level, and then that could be the thing, or the spring that kind of shoots us out of this pattern to the upside here. So that could be the case there. Now going back over here to the 3-day chart where we've been pretty much watching this thing, technically we still could lose this box and come all the way down to the 618 and the 786 down here at 11 and still be considered bullish inside this pattern here. So it could drop all the way down here and do something like this and then go. That could very well be the case here. So just be aware of that. And if that is going to happen here on Velo from where we are right now, back down to the bottom of the green box for that higher low, would be a 9.5% drop. And then if we end up coming back down to the 786 and the 618, we could potentially drop about 30%. But then we would still look very well overall on the macro picture of things. As you can see here on the chart, higher highs, higher lows, it looks extremely bullish here. So we'll see what happens here. Now, as for how high this thing is going to go, before I get into that, I would say that if we get a spike out of this thing, be it the 618 or in this green box, we're probably going to end up shooting all the way up to the 1272 here for about almost a 200% move, depending on where we are in this pattern here. So just be aware of that. Now, as for how high Velo can go here, we do have a couple of prices marked out here. If you think this thing can hit a $5 billion market cap, that takes you up to the 2618 at about 850. And that is a move from today. Let me adjust this just a little bit here, of about a 52x up to that market cap. Now, to be a little more conservative here on Velodrome, you can see a $2.4 billion market cap would give you about a 24 to 25x up to the $4 range, up to that 272 there. So either or, not bad at all in my opinion. I would take any of these any day here. So Velo looks good here. Velo to the moon, I would say. The stock RSI here on the 3-day chart, you can see is completely flat down here at the bottom. So once this thing starts to curl back up, that may be when this thing starts to go again. So yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on Velo? Not financial advice. Thanks for watching. Good luck, everyone. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.